If you find yourself constantly failing at a habit or a goal, then how do you make it a priority? The number one reason people fail at their goals is because it isn't a priority. I want to tell the stories of Tina and Edgar, and whether you have the same priorities or not, I think you'll still benefit from their stories. Tina wants to travel, and Edgar wants to exercise more. Now, Tina wants to go on a trip to an all-inclusive resort, but she can't seem to save the money. When she looks at her spending habits over the last few months, hundreds of dollars have gone to eating out and having drinks with friends. She doesn't know what to do. She likes spending time with friends and going out to fancy restaurants, but she feels guilty about her spending because it's pushing her trip further and further out. Now, Edgar is trying to get fit and start working out 20 minutes a day, but finds that something always comes up and gets in the way. When he looks at his calendar, he sees what's been getting in the way. He had to work late. He had to take the kids to practice. He had to pick up dinner for the family. Now, Edgar's obstacles suggest that in his mental hierarchy of priorities, work, family, financial security are all prioritized above his personal fitness. With these conflicting priorities, he'll never be able to force decisions to be otherwise, and you won't either. So here are two concepts that I want to offer if you're like Edgar. First, prioritize others as yourself. Now, this might sound a lot like love your neighbor as yourself or the golden rule of treat others as you want to be treated. The point is that you deserve as much care and regard as others. And since you can't give others the responsibility of taking care of you, you're going to have to be responsible for your own self-care. Second, put your own needs, not wants, but needs, before those of others. As they say in airplanes, strap on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. Because without your own oxygen, health, mental health, etc., you can't really hope to effectively help others, even if they are a priority. So what do? Well, you can't just force a priority, right? You can't just decide that something should be more important than something else just because I told you it should be. Instead, align your self-care or goal with your actual current priorities. So in this example of exercise and self-care, try to imagine your own self-care and well-being as a prerequisite or as a requirement for your family's well-being. If you're unhealthy, your family will be impacted negatively. If you're too sick to go into work, you're gonna miss work. If you're too tired, your work will suffer. These self-care examples show you how you can conceptualize your own self-care as a prerequisite to your other priorities. But what about Tina? If you're like Tina who wants to travel but still wants to go out with friends, here are some quick suggestions. First, take a few minutes and assess what's really more important to you. If going out with friends is more important than travel, then stop trying to force the saving of money. Stop guilting yourself for spending the money and go have a good, guiltless, but responsible and safe time with your friends. If you're not sure which is more important to you, then consider whether going out and spending the money is actually necessary to the experience. Is it that you want to go out, or do you just want to spend time with friends? If you just care more about spending time with friends, then you can request that everybody come over to your place and hang out and BYOB. Here's the fun idea in my opinion. If going out is what interests you, then maybe it's because new experiences are what you prioritize. New experiences might be what make travel so enjoyable to you. So by going out with friends or by going on a trip to a new place, you're just trading one new experience for the other. So you're not really missing out either way. Of course, the list of priorities and examples I could use could go on and on. But if you have priorities that seem to clash, go ahead and tell me about them in the comments. I'd love to hear what yours are. Or feel free to tell me about them at thenhowcoaching.com/contact. You can also find the link to that in the description. As always, if you found this video useful, then let me know by tapping on that like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, then consider subscribing. In the end, your priorities are your own. Nobody can force them on you. So set them the way that you want and enjoy the things that you think are most important.